leather gloves, we're slapping in hams, popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands, pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer, the circle the lips, play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives
Live.
You're doing it better than I am now. I'm trying to get low. I'm trying to get a little more classy.
It's the enthusiasm.
You know, I'm trying to get enthusiasm, but watch. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to do. You know how to do this.
Yeah, go on, watch.
Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives live. Look, that's so cool. Almost like a Fonzie type live.
It is. Yeah, you're a little cooler.
Yeah, I'm not cool. I'm trying to be cool.
Right, but I'm more over the top.
You a little? No, that's okay. No, a little over the top. I like. It's. Were you here last week? No.
Yeah.
No, Angela was here last
Angela,
week.
Right.
Yeah, and we talked about this last week. Well, Danny had called me and said, "Hey, why didn't you ask me to be co-host?" He gave me a hard time.
Right.
Yes, and I said I like to have a female because I like that chemistry. That's why Richie and I work so well.
Right.
And Danny paused for a second and he said, "Oh," and then
he totally understood.
Because you have that feminine quality, right?
Yes.
Man boobs. No,
yes.
No, that's not. But see, our chemistry is good. I like our chemistry.
I listen.
No, you talk to you, but
I do. I every now and then.
But we have chemistry.
We're enjoying our cough drops.
Yeah. Now, see, you should have something in your mouth on the air. We don't care. We don't care.
This is a different kind of show.
It's late because
if we can get our guest Kim. If you have a cough drop around, you may want to.
Yeah, just if you have anything, Kim, a cough drop or gum, just come on here chewing. We're talking to guests now in the waiting room.
Yeah,
this is how unprofessional we are. So a few things. I have a bone to pick with you, and I saved it on the air so you couldn't back out of this. All right. So you know how excited I get about things.
Yes.
So I drove last week up to Lake George for the day. I did stay overnight, but up to George for the day. Because I number one, I like to drive and I like to clear my head.
Right. Just by yourself.
By myself.
Wow.
Because I was meeting with the Department of Travel and Tourism about doing a walk around town comedy festival where the comics walk from restaurant to restaurant. And I did this in San Clemente a number of years ago after 9/11. And it's so much fun. It's so laid back. But it was part vacation.
Yeah.
You go up there, Richie and I'll go out on the kayaks. And I'm thinking, is this the travel and tourism is going, oh, my God, we love it. We love this. It will help you. Just write us a letter. We'll get restaurants. And all I'm thinking is, this will be great. Going to be kayaking on the lake with Richie. Maybe we'll do the thing where it goes up in the air with the parachute. Oh, I'm just thinking Richie and I. I'm not even thinking my wife. I'm not thinking my kids. Right. I'm on the way home. I call you, go, Richie. You know, remember Saturday Night Live? Remember Debbie Downer? I got this idea. Walk around. And you go, it'll never work. Just like that. I'm like, ah, and you just pause and you go, it'll never work.
Well, why would it never work?
Right, Maddie, you sucked the life out of me.
But you know what? Like, I love this. It's good in theory, but when you walk, I've been in that position. I don't want you to now double down and tell me how much it won't work. I want you now to say, no, I was just kidding.
See,
Kim's laughing. We could go into this.
I don't want to go into it.
If you were a comic walking off the street and you're like, hey, everybody who's eating dinner with their family,
Richie, this is why.
The daughter has a problem.
You're a pro. Do you understand? This is something different. This isn't your normal. I know that it's not easy, but you're a pro. That's why the first one I thought of was Peter Bales.
Right.
Then the second one I thought of
Danny
was Eric. I got to you. You were on the list of 20.
Let me say one thing. Yes. Why? I once performed comedy on two different occasions. I once performed comedy.
Yes.
The big show was setting up.
Nice.
All the people are crowding in there. Nice. I'm not making it up.
Nice.
They thought it was bingo night because they forgot to change the restaurants. And you want to hear disappointing.
Yes.
And they were so angry that there was comedy.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is people need to know in advance.
Oh, they'll know. They'll know. No, they'll know. They're going to know it's going to be advertised and everything. They'll know.
That's different.
Yeah, but it's not going to be perfect. I know that. But it was something different.
No, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Too late.
I'm a professional. Is there money involved in when you get to each restaurant?
Yes. And the sausage and peppers.
Oh, okay.
All right. I was on the Vyvanse today. All right.
What?
On the meds, on the Vyvanse.
Oh.
I just found out, my wife told me as a nurse, that's basically speed.
Oh, it is?
I didn't know that I'm on this kind of drugs, but I'm getting things done. So, you know what I mean? I was on a pickleball court, and the guy says to me, "Are you on drugs?" And I'm like, "No, I was on drugs."
Yeah.
Because I was talking. But let me tell you something today. I got things done. What is the one thing that you go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this before it's too late. And then you never do it, or you do it too late. Like Christmas lights. You do it the week before. Something like, what is one thing that you every year
procrastinate?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good word. I anything more than 4.
Well, this year we never set out any kind of Halloween decorations.
Is that normal?
Like, usually the house is decorated, but I'm so glad we didn't. Nobody in the house noticed. That's the best part. No one's like, "Hey, where's the Halloween decorations this year?"
Well,
we wait till the day before, then we set up all the stuff, and then I take it down the day after.
Your kids don't even notice if you're there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Forget about Halloween decorations. If you're there, me neither. My kids either.
Oh, what are you doing home? I get that.
Well, how about you've been gone for a few days and they didn't even know?
Right.
You know, that's crazy.
Were you home? Were you here? That's what I get.
All right. So here's what I want to tell you.
Yeah.
I brought every year I screw up with my snowplow. I got the gas, I leave the gas in, you screw.
Right.
And then now it starts to snow and my snowplow doesn't work. Last year now, I brought my snowplow in today to get tuned up.
Look at you.
That is
wow.
Amazing.
Yes.
I was so proud of myself that I did that, you know. So
so that's done. Now where do you
I gotta wait for it, but
in your garage?
I keep it in the shed. I don't have a garage, I have a shed.
Now, do you also do neighbors around you, like you go the extra?
I used to do the whole block. And as my family used to make fun of me.
It's $140 a blade.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not a big snowplow.
Yeah.
And I used to say to my wife, I came in, I used to say, she goes, "What did you do?" I go, "I blew the whole block." And she said, "What?" I go, "The snowplow, I blew the whole block."
That's
she goes, "Oh, all right." And I used to do that to the whole block.
Yeah.
But people don't appreciate.
No, they don't.
I don't appreciate. My neighbor.
You know why? They thought it was the town doing it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But my neighbor who I used to blow, the snowblower, I now didn't have one last year, and he had one, a big one. He didn't do my house.
What?
And then I go out with the shovel because he's out there. I go, he's gonna come over, and I was a little embarrassed to ask him, so I was out there with the shovel. Of course, you're doing this. Right? You got to make the noise.
Yeah.
And the plow was so loud, so now I'm trying to make the noise over the plow.
But the funny thing is he's plowing. He knows you. He just doesn't look up.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh shoot, he's out. He's out." So that was pretty cool. Controversy at the pickleball playoffs the other night.
Yeah.
Bridget was there.
What happened?
We ended up being in the third division. Bobby, we're going to talk. We'll do a pickleball segment. Let's do the pickleball. You want to hit it or you want me to eat? So we're trying to get more pickleball followers. So we do a little pickleball segment. Playoffs. We moved up to the 12th place, so we're in the middle group. And Christina couldn't make it, bad back. We would have never beat these 3 teams in the playoffs. We would never beat them.
Yeah.
We just moved up because we had a good week. I brought down a ringer. And I got a lot of eyes and a lot of comments.
Yeah.
You know.
You changed up the team mid-season.
He's on my team.
Oh.
He's on my roster. So I had that going for me. He just never played for me this year. I didn't need him.
Who was it?
This guy, Joe D. Good player.
Santa?
What?
Santa, Joe?
No. Joe D, good player. And we went out there. We went 2-1 in the playoffs. 3 teams were 2-1. We had the biggest differential. So we went to the finals, and we were champions. We won the whole C division.
Wow.
With the ringer. But he wasn't really a ringer. It was competitive games. So then I went over to the B champs. Listen, cocky Johnny L now.
It sounds like you sandbagged it.
Little bit, but in a good way. They were more competitive games.
Yeah.
If my daughter was with me, we would have got killed, to be honest. Right. So then I went over to the B champs, who I know, husband and wife, and I go, hey, guys, you want to challenge the C champs? Are you up to the C champs?
Right.
We only lost 11-7.
Wow, not bad.
So we had a nice showing. So that was this week's Pickleball. Next season, we're off next week. And that big stock day. Big today. What? Now, listen. Johnny L has been telling you about the stock market for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been telling you, I put $10 in here, $20 in there for the last number of years. My value of my little Johnny L stock thing now is $28,000. And what's beautiful about this is it tells you how much you put in to get to that $28,000. I've put in $30,000.
So you
lost $2,000, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I'm hoping that I'll get over the hump sooner or later, and I'm weeding out the stocks that aren't do whatever. But the stock market, I think, lost money today. I looked at all my stocks, so I said, "Now, good investor, right? That's a big day to invest. The stocks are down." What do you think I did? What do you think I did, Rich?
Forgot.
I went into my savings account, took $100 out, and invested it in 4 stocks.
Good for you.
$25 a pop. Big day to invest. So get in there, people. Did we talk about everything? I think so. My pantry. My wife and my daughter keep buying things. When in the pantry, they're in the back. And then what she does is she fills up a bag and brings it to the church because we have too much in the pantry.
Right.
It's a vicious cycle.
Right. Do you give expired stuff?
No, never give expired stuff to the church. Never. I make my son eat it. He doesn't know. You know how kids are. They don't.
You bring the expired stuff down to your son's house.
Got some stuff here.
And then you bring the good stuff to
the church. Yeah. All right, you know what we're going to do, Richie? We got a great show. I don't say that. We got some interesting guests.
Yes.
Thank you to Kim there. She found us Brad Bonner at the last minute from a 1 degree separation. So when we come back, though, we're going to the Bronx VA. First time, and we're going to meet an interesting fellow, Julio Rivera. He's a Vietnam vet, 35 years volunteer at the hospital. We're going to do that right after this commercial break.
This is personal to me. I'm John Field, 9/11 responder and advocate. I walked the halls of Congress for 20 years. You too may qualify for the same 9/11 benefits as I do. It's true, it's the law. If you were south of Canal Street and you had any of the 69 cancers linked to 9/11, you may qualify for compensation up to $250,000 and free health care. Sadly, only 10% of you have enrolled. Access what you are owed. Call now to find out if you qualify. I fought side by side with Barasch and McGarry for 2 decades in Washington, D.C. to get benefits for all victims, not just responders. You owe it to yourself to call Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. I trust them. So can you.
And we're back at 11 Live, Massapequa, Paradise Studios. And we're here with our first guest. Our first guest tonight, Mike Arenella, his daughter, and my granddaughter were in gymnastics together, and that's how I met Mike. I found out he worked at the Bronx VA.
Yeah.
And he said, let's bring a show. We did a show a few weeks ago there. It was awesome. Peter Bales was there that day. And we're going back in next weekend. So let's bring
him down.
Who,
Peter
Mike?
Bales.
Yeah, they wheeled him down. Let's bring in Mike Arenella first. Mikey, am I pronouncing your name right?
Very good, my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
And with you is Julio. I'm gonna say it like the Yankee announcer would say it. Batting third, number 12, Julio Rivera. You like it?
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks, Julio. So, Mikey, number one, tell our listeners of viewers what you do at the VA hospital.
Good evening, guys. Thanks for having us on. I'm here in the James J. Peters VA Medical Center in the Bronx. Like John said, I met him at the gymnastics studio where the kids go. He was nice enough to come out, give us a comedy show recently, and he's coming back again this weekend. The guys liked it. Julio's looking forward to it. And I'm a nurse manager here in the hospital. And Julio, I know from his volunteer work here in the hospital. And then I got to know him again as a patient on my unit. This is the second time he's been a patient here. And, knowing about the show, I asked him if he'd like to come on and talk and tell us a little bit about his experience and his life. And he's very happy to be on the show and to talk to you guys.
Thank you, Julio.
Glad to meet you guys.
Thank you so much. So tell us, Julio, where did you grow up and what made you go into the military?
I grew up in Spanish Harlem in the 103rd Street and 3rd Avenue in the Washington Projects.
And what was your childhood like there in Spanish Harlem?
Oh, my life was there, my life there, like at that time when I was growing up, it was all gangs.
Sure.
And I was in junior high school, and I had this guy come up to me and taking my money and my sandwiches. At that time, the sandwiches was $5 and he used to take my money all the time. So I had a bigger brother, and he used to tell me, he used to see me crying, right? He says, I said, I told him what was going on with this guy and this gang. And one day he said, when I come from work, I want to talk to you. So when he came to work, he said, they called me JJ at that time. My street name.
All right.
And he had made a pipe about this big, right? And he wrapped it up with black tape.
Ooh.
And I told him, Pepito, why are you doing that? He says, because I want to take that fear away from you. This guy is not going to bother you no more.
Oh.
Right? So he told me, if you don't do it, I'm going to kick your ass.
So that's a tough childhood.
Yeah.
You mentioned names. I don't know if you
don't want to hear the end of this.
I do, but I'm just saying. We had all had street names. My street name was Soft Cheeks. Soft Cheeks. And what was your Richard? Do you have a street name?
Yeah, the brain.
The brain.
The brain.
So I want to hear the story ends, but is this one of the reasons you went into the military, to get away from all of that?
One of the reasons I went into the military, I graduated at Benjamin Franklin,
sure,
on 116th Street, and the Italians were on 112th Street and First Avenue in York. And I graduated high school. So I belonged to this gang named the Dragons in 103rd Street. They had a theater named the Eagle.
Okay.
And my father drove the ambulance at Metropolitan Hospital on 99th Street and 2nd Avenue. So me and my brother, we were in a rumble in the park in 99th Street. So one time he saw us in a rumble, right? So when he came home, he says, I want to talk to you guys. I want you to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You and your brother, y'all going to get dressed, and we're going somewhere. Looking at my brother, I said, yo, Frenchie, what this guy talking about? Is he drunk? He had a 59 Chevy. And he took us to Whitehall. I don't know if you all knew about Whitehall. That got burnt one time.
No.
It was downtown, all the way in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So he took us there, and we saw this big black sergeant, and I told him, Dad, what's going on? He says, he's going to tell you what's going on. I had an afro, real big afro.
Oh, yeah? I want to see those pictures, Julio.
I had an afro, right? So my brother, Junior, he said, open the door and I'm going to run out. I said, nigga, you open the door, I'm going to run out.
All right, so listen to me. Listen, so you go down there. So now, when did you join the military? Was it that day? Was it a week later?
No, it was like 2 months after I graduated from Benjamin Franklin
Okay.
High School.
Do you think that saved your life?
Huh?
Do you think there's a good chance that your dad saved your life?
Well, to tell you the truth, we didn't like it. We were mad at him. We didn't talk to him because my father was in Korea. He was with the 9th Infantry Division. And we used to see his pictures and he used to talk about, Korea and stuff like that. And he took us there and this drill sergeant said, Mr. Rivera, don't worry, we're going to take care of these two. Right? So it was a big, long stairs. And the drill sergeant told me and my brother, come up here. I said, come up here what? Wait, you think you bad? So they put me and my brother in a separate room. I took the test. I wanted to fail it, but I don't know how I passed it.
You could have failed it.
They took us to another room to swear in,
Right. And that was it.
And I was going like this to raise my hand, right? And then the drill sergeant says, now you're in the military. We have 15 buses downstairs, and you're going to get on them buses.
And where'd you go?
They sent my brother to Fort Dix, and they sent me to Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Oy.
I took my basic there, Alpha 7-2, and I took my infantry training there in Tank Hill.
Right.
And then when I finished basic training and I did my AIT in Tank Hill, they gave us a pass, and about 2 months later, they sent us to Germany. Not my brother, me. They sent me to Germany with the 38th Cav Infantry Division.
How old are you, Julio?
I'm going to be 75 in May 29.
Okay.
God bless.
Okay, God bless.
Yeah. And I passed the basic training every day, expert on M16,
How
45.
long were you in the military?
Huh?
How long were you in the military?
Well, I was there in for 11 months 1 year and 11 months when I got wounded.
Oh.
How did you get wounded?
They met at being back home. They sent me to Japan first, to the hospital there, and then they flew me to St. Albans, Queens, Jamaica.
Sure.
That was the old Navy base.
It was, I always thought we've been there many times to do comedy shows. And if you fly over that hospital, right, that used to be an old Navy hospital, right? It's an anchor. The shape of the hospital is like an anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Navy base. It was a whole Navy base.
Wow.
So I was how I got wounded. Want to know?
Sure.
Okay. One time I went to go on leave. They call it R&R.
Right.
You leave for 7 days.
Right.
So I went to Hong Kong.
Okay. You don't have to tell us every story. Tell us only the stuff you can clean up there.
What is it? Tell them only the clean stuff. Only the clean stuff.
The clean stuff. There was never no clean stuff. I was a grunt, infantry. All I saw was death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I went to Hong Kong and I came back. I had about 60-something days left in Vietnam, and I went on my last patrol on a convoy. I was stationed with the Montagnards, which is separate than the Vietnamese because the Montagnards were black. Right. And I was up in the hills where the radars, communication, the 73rd Signal Brigade. You know, all I did is guard radars and kind of convoy. So I went on my last convoy.
Take your time. If you don't want to, if it's too emotional for you, that's fine. You lost some friends.
Yeah, because these are friends that were on top of me when I got wounded. They were dead. And, you know, they were young like me. You know,
Right.
I was 18 when I went to Vietnam. And some of the guys were 19, 20, you know.
Yeah.
Big guys. I was the youngest one in my platoon.
Yeah. That's something you never forget, Julio. I know, right?
And then we coming down the convoy. We were going to Cameron Bay Air Force Hospital, and a base where they had supplies. And we used to go on the convoy to pick up supplies to bring them up to the mountains, like sheet rashes, you know, stuff like that, blankets and stuff like that. And I was my sergeant's driver on a deuce and a half. And all of a sudden, we started to hear mortar rounds coming in. We started getting hit. So my sergeant threw himself out the truck, and I threw myself off the truck. And I have a piece of scrap metal here in my arm, a bayonet in my chin.
Oh, boy.
And a bullet in my back.
Wow.
The bayonet was because there were 7, the doctor told me there were 7 bodies on top of me.
Wow.
Wow.
So with the VA cops was stabbing the bodies, they got me here.
Yeah.
Right here. I would not be here today to talk about it. And it hurt me, you know, because when I came home, back to St. Albans Hospital, that's when I got my Purple Heart. And my parents came from Harlem to pick me up over there when I got discharged. I wanted to make a career out of it.
Yeah.
But since I got wounded, I couldn't make the career out of it.
Well, you did enough for our country, Julio.
Absolutely.
You're a hero 20 times over. I hope you never think back like that, like you didn't do enough. You did more than enough, more than most people.
I know. And then when I came home, I took the housing police test. I didn't pass the physical because I got wounded in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And I was infantry.
Yeah.
They won't trust me with a gun.
You've done enough.
I took the fire department test at that time. I didn't pass it because of I was wounded in Vietnam.
Right.
And I couldn't do the job.
Right.
That's what they told me. And then the parks department hired me, and I worked 20 years for the parks department in John Jay Swimming Pool on 77th Street and River Drive.
That's great. That's great.
You know, and from there, when I retired, I got a job in St. Albans. A Bronx Lebanon Hospital as an engineering mechanic. They had me like breaking walls and putting up doors. Putting up doors and stuff like that.
Never stop giving.
You volunteered. You volunteered at the hospital, right? For many, many years.
Well, I started doing volunteer work in '73 when the old hospital was here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering addict because I couldn't accept the things I couldn't change.
Well, you know what, Julio, also back then, they didn't have the kind of therapy they have now, whatever. You guys get a lot of that inside of you. You know, a lot of that inside of you. Listen, I hate to do this to you. I want to have you back on the show again to talk more about your service and maybe some of the lightest stuff that happened to you.
We want to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys had to keep yourself entertained, and I'm sure there's some fun stories that you can give us also.
Oh,
right?
yeah, and Mike, I love my brother Mike, because when I came here, he helped me out a lot.
That's wonderful.
He's a good man. He's a good
yes,
man.
he is the best.
So we'll see you next weekend.
Okay.
Is there anything you want me to bring for you? Bagels, provolone, anything?
No,
What do you
puppy.
like?
I'm on the diet. I've got diabetes and Agent Orange from Vietnam.
All right. You didn't say you want me to bring you oranges. Did you say oranges? Oh, Agent Orange. All right. We'll see you next weekend.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
you
you.
Okay.
for bringing them on.
God bless you guys.
You're a
Stay
hero,
out of
man.
harm's way,
Beautiful.
okay?
That's hero.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Hero. All right. You know what? Let's go to you know what, Bobby? We're going to skip the next commercial for now. See if we can get back to it later. I want to bring on Brad if he's there. There he is.
I'm here.
Brad Bonner.
I said that right, Bonner?
You did. Growing up, that's not how the other kids always pronounced it.
Oh,
Caused a lot
No,
of
I
fights.
could imagine.
A lot of
I could
jokes that I
imagine.
can't do on a clean show.
That's you
Well,
poor
I
guy.
was brought up rich. What do you think they came up with my whole life?
Yeah, I would have taken that. I would have rather had that.
So, Brad,
Yeah.
thank you, number one. We only booked you today because I'm just not good at booking the show. I mean, we used to bitch and moan about Butch, right? But he used to have the guest. I'm calling Brad today, and I'm like, hey, Brad, nice to meet you. Come on, I don't even know the guy. Nice to meet you.
What are you doing tonight?
Like, who are you? Who are you?
Who is
Pretty much.
Who is this guy? What?
Pretty much.
What? So he hung up.
I've had stranger introductions before.
All right. Well, thank God for Kim, who's coming up next, for introducing us today. 1 Degree of Separation, a funny look at depression and suicide. That's right.
What a name.
Website, right?
Yeah.
It's right on your website. I don't want to read the whole thing here. I wrote it, but you do. Tell us how this meeting, this night goes, and how did you get involved?
I'll tell you how the show goes first, and I'll tell you how we got started.
Yeah.
It's always for comedians. The show's not about me and my story. Matter of fact, most of the military events we do, we count as their annual suicide prevention training.
Oh,
so it's real training. It's real. They learn real skills. They learn how to have a conversation. And the format is everybody comes out, does 5 minutes of comedy. Not mental health comedy, unless that's your stick. But I just want everybody to laugh and meet the happy clowns before you meet the sad clowns. And so we come out, we do 5 minutes. It's got to be clean, even if it's for military. Because we do the same program for 6th graders that we do for the Marine Corps and Special Forces.
Oh, wow.
So it's the same format, the same structure. The comedy gets a little, it's fart and dog jokes. And we keep the comedy shorter. But mostly that's literally to dope the audience. You get everybody to laugh for the first 20, 25 minutes. We literally have changed their brain chemistry, produce endorphins, dopamine, serotonin. Then we come back out and we answer 5 questions. These are suicide prevention, first aid training tools, these 5 questions. Everyone's afraid to have a conversation. I don't want to make it worse. I don't know what to say. So we tell people, here's 5 questions, ask these 5 questions and just shut up and listen. And you'll get amazing insight into what depression looks and feels like. With any first aid emergency, the first thing you're going to ask somebody is where does it hurt? And our first question is, what does your depression feel like? Not your feelings, not your emotions. What's the physical part of what's going on with you? What do others do that makes it worse? People have good intentions, but things you do aren't always helpful. Well, then there's the gratitude question. Well, then what do others do that makes it better? So people know when you just sit with me, don't try and fix it. Don't give me advice. The next question is the self-inventory. It's what do you do that makes it worse?
Now, do you the 4 comedians? You're one of the comedians.
We take turns. We take turns answering these. It takes us an hour to answer those 5 questions.
So you sit panel almost.
Yes. Yep. It's a panel, 4 microphones, 4 bar stools. So it's a regular comedy show. Then I say, hey, we're going to do these questions. These are your training tools. Let's give a big round of applause. Everybody comes back up, 4 bar stools, 4 microphones. Question number 1. We all talk about what it feels like. And because they're comics, the answers are they're poetic. We had a comic, she goes, it feels like a familiar, old, heavy, wool, wet, nasty blanket wrapped around me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what a visual, what do you do that makes it worse is the 4th question, that self-inventory. And the last question is, what do you do that makes it better? and we talk about, addiction and recovery and medication and therapy, and talking about it. One of our comics, we're in an Airbnb tonight. We're at the Space Force Command Center tomorrow in Cape Canaveral, and so we do an Airbnb. So we all stay together. We'll have dinner, breakfast together. We'll drive there together. It creates a camaraderie. It's you won't bust balls unless you know somebody.
Yeah.
And so that's the purpose. We always have to have a dinner together. And like this is our A team here. It's like we have it's a VA conference in Maryland on the 28th, and it's supposed to be 2,000 to 3,000 people for suicide prevention.
Wow.
And so we're the keynotes for that. And so I've got Kevin Davis, 20-year Marine Corps veteran. Ronnie Chanel, she's freaking hilarious, brilliant. She runs her own shows. So we have teams that do the show without me. September, we had 5 teams of comics in September.
Wow.
Doing the show all over the country. And then we've got Rodney Norman. He's from Connecticut. Super funny. So Rodney's a Marine Corps veteran. Kevin's 20 years Marine Corps. Ronnie tours with Martin Lawrence. So it's
and all of these. Go ahead, Richie.
No, I was just
Good.
Outside the 5 questions, does this get sometimes into a very deep conversation with the audience, or you strictly?
So we don't do any interaction with the audience.
Well,
we don't do Q&A at the end of our events because we're not up there to give advice.
Right.
We're here to give lived experience. We don't tell you should do this, you should do that. At the end of it, we say we'll stick around and answer any questions you want personally. And sometimes it'll take us 2 hours to get out of a room.
That's what I'm.
So it is amazing conversations. We've had military personnel literally at the end of the show walk over to their mental health services and get escorted to the hospital. Because they recognize that's me. All the things they talk about, that's what goes through my head. That's what I'm thinking. I do those. I thought I was weird. I didn't realize other people have those same thoughts.
Like Julio was saying, back in the day, you didn't share that. You carried that. Carried that. After 9/11, the one thing that I always said, we were at a point, thank God, where the World Trade Center program and the FDNY, there were counselors from all over the country, all over that city.
Yeah.
All over those police stations and firehouses, and making us sit down and making us talk about it, whatever, putting us on leave for 2 weeks just to go to the, that was so important. I know I've suffered from depression before 9/11, because of 9/11, after 9/11. And I think one of the worst things when somebody doesn't understand that illness.
What do you have to be depressed about?
Yes.
Look at your life. Why don't you have some gratitude? Why don't you?
Right. You have all these things going for you. You have your kids, your wife, your house. Has nothing to do with any of that. Any of that. And somebody's coming in there, I'm going to cheer you up. Let me tell you this joke. Hey, come on, let's do this. That's the last thing you need.
My depression doesn't care how good my life is. And it shows up on days where it pisses me off. Why are you here today? This is a beautiful day, and there's no reason for it. And I will wake up with that fog, the heaviness, feels like about a 40-pound weight on my chest. My breathing's shallow, my head's foggy. One of our comics, Kevin Davis, 20-year Marine Corps veteran. He was 22 years old. He was at recruiter school, and his wife and her sister were murdered by another Marine.
Oh.
They gave him 2 weeks off to go claim the bodies, arrange. Now back to work, suck it up, and he never talked about it until 3 years ago doing our show.
Wow.
It was a special forces group at Fort Bragg, and he shares that story on stage, and it's just and he said, this is the happiest he says I've ever been in my life, because it's the first time I've talked about my child. My wife says, you got some abandonment issues. He goes, what are you talking about? She goes, you never even met your father. You never even saw a picture of him. He goes, what? That's abandonment? It's like, yeah. And he talks about and brings things up, and you talk about it, and it's healing, Like that last question, what do I do that makes it better? Number one is I talk about it. And sometimes that was therapists, sometimes it's my friends. I've got these super close friends that I can, check in with. We do a 1 to 10 scale to check in, my wife and I. So it's a depression scale, like 10's dead. 9's standing on the bridge, 8's driving to the bridge, 7's Googling directions to the bridge, 6 you're like, hey, Google, where's a good bridge? Right. and because there's a progression to suicide. You don't start there, and you want to know where somebody's at on that scale. So, if I were to send Kevin the number 8, if I just texted him an 8 and sent that to him, that he would be in his car calling me, driving to wherever I am, because he knows, and he's that, you have those kinds of friends that are your, the friends that'll help you bury a body.
Yep.
Brad,
Yeah, Rich.
Did you help me bury a body? He just said friends will help you bury a body.
I would help you bury that body.
It might be your body. You never know.
It would probably be a heckler.
Yeah.
Except I don't even know what that is. What is a heckler?
A heckler?
Yeah.
You just used to
So
silence.
Brad, I'm going to play devil's advocate here because and I don't know a lot. I've been depressed. We've all been on a normal side of depression where you get all the time
because of something usually for normal people.
So you must be asked this a lot. Chemical? Is there something chemical, or is it something
for me,
from the past?
For me, I believe it's my brain is chemically screwed up, because my depression can turn off and turn on in a snap. That there's we had a show, our first keynote that we ever did. We're at the Disneyland Hotel for 1,000 school teachers. It's beautiful. It's the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
It's the happiest place on earth. It's how does depression get in there? Mickey should be garden. And and I woke up that morning I'm there with my best friends, with my dog. I got my wife with me. I got everything about that day is just beautiful. We're getting the most money we'd ever got paid for doing this. And I woke up with this fog, and the comics see it. They saw it at breakfast. They're like, "Oh, you're in it," because my whole face changes.
Yeah.
It feels like I had a stroke and my face is sagging. Right. When it's real bad. And I have it after breakfast. It doesn't go away. I'm literally in the wings. And I'm waiting for them to introduce me. And it's this beautiful ballroom. And I'm just back there going, man, I don't want to do this. I don't even want to be here. And they introduce me, the CEO, founder of 1 Degree Separation. I walk out and I get my first laugh.
Boom.
Gone.
Been there.
Yeah.
Gone.
Gone. Hysterical.
Completely gone in a snap.
Yep.
And I think that's something chemically, absolutely something chemically in my brain.
And then when you step off stage within a few minutes, back.
No, that was it. It was done for the day. It was done for the day. But I've had it where it is just a reprieve. I've had it where the depression's horrible, and I get up on stage and you do your thing and you feel almost robotic, and then you're done, and then you're back in your depression. I've had that too. But I think for me it's chemical.
I once saw an interview with Garth Brooks on Larry King. Remember Larry King?
Yeah.
He used to take the callers, and someone said to Garth,
Larry King.
Yeah, Larry
Caller.
King.
What do you have to say?
Perfect. So you're perfect. You got it. So he said, man, the caller said, what could it be like to be Garth Brooks? He goes, brother, do you have any clue what it's like to have 50,000 people chanting your name?
Yeah.
And then you go back to that hotel room.
And you're by yourself.
Crash.
Yeah.
He goes, you crash to the lowest of lows.
Yep.
And I would imagine a lot of celebrities get out of that business because of that feeling.
It's the pendulum. It's the pendulum. If it's going to go here, it's going to swing back the other way.
That's right. It's weird.
Because you look at no amount of money, success. Look at Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, Naomi Judd, Twitch. I mean, all the you can just name off. They had everything that you would technically want. Depression doesn't care. It just shows up.
No. And, it's a lot when thousands of people are chanting, John LaRocca, John. It's exhausting.
Yes.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to please everybody, but he can't.
I can't.
So.
Can't please anybody. Can't please anybody.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah, we got about a minute left to bring out.
How do we find him?
Yeah, talk about
one degree of separation.life is our website. That's the number 1 degree of separation.life. But if you go to Google and do a search for comedy suicide prevention, we pop to the top. Because there's not a lot of people in that space. And if you just do comedy suicide prevention, it's 1 degree of separation. Because if you don't struggle with depression, you know somebody. We're all connected to it.
That's fantastic what you
do. Just like with us, Laughter Saves Lives came from 9/11.
Yeah.
People say to me, "Wait a second, you're using laughter as a way to remember 9/11. The guys lost on 9/11," and I'll be absolutely. I'll go. They made me laugh.
I'll tell you a really quick story. I've told this at every show that we do because it demonstrates how laughter changes. My wife got a text message from a 17-year-old girl. She said, "I'm standing on the bridge. I love you guys. You get along fine without me. Goodbye. We lived 15 minutes away from the third most frequent suicide bridge in the entire country outside of Sacramento.
Wow.
And she says, you talked to her. I don't want to say 80% of comedians struggle with depression. The other 20% probably aren't funny, really. And so I get her on the phone. I go, I know you don't want to die. You want the pain to stop. Where are you at right now? She goes, I parked my car. I walked out. I'm standing on the middle of the bridge right now. And I said, what bridge are you at? And she says, Fair Oaks. And I was like, Watt Avenue, Fair Oaks? She goes, yeah. And I said, that's a shitty bridge to jump off of. It's like 40 feet high. You're going to sprain your ankle if you don't land right. And she starts laughing. She goes, well, there's hypothermia. Like she's trying to justify. I go, no, it's California. It's not hypothermia cold. It's uncomfortable cold.
Great.
And she keeps laughing. I go, come hang out with us. We're doing karaoke tonight over at the winery. And she's like, okay, fine. I'm walking back to my car. I'll see you in 20 minutes. But it just demonstrates, as soon as I heard her laugh, I knew we were okay.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, we got to run.
Okay.
We'll have you back. And I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thank you, Brad, for what you're doing.
Man, this is my whole life. Thank you so much.
Another hero.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
Look at that.
You know, let's go to break with LifeVac, Bob.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
That was us over 10 years ago.
Now, LifeVac is responsible for saving over 4,000 lives from choking.
In the time it takes you to pick up the phone and call, another life could be saved.
The LifeVac saved my life in 1 to 2 seconds.
Protecting families has always been our mission. I'm sure you love your family like I love my daughter. Do us all a favor and get your own LifeVac now.
Go to lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac. Order now.
We're back. Let's bring out our comic and veteran, Kim Wadsworth from Dallas, Texas.
You waited so
What
patiently.
a show.
Wow.
You produced it with me.
Yeah.
Put out Brad, and now you got to follow that.
I know, right?
What were you thinking, Kim?
Got to follow Julio.
Julio.
Man. Yeah. Golly. No pressure. No pressure.
Was she
Huh?
That would be a great story. Were you the one on the bridge that I was talking to?
No.
Together, Kim.
Not this time. Not this time.
All right. All right.
That's a good thing.
So great to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
You're one of my favorite people. We had such a fun time when we did those shows. Where were we again?
We were in Denver, Colorado at the Comedy Works. And then we did another show for the mayor or something.
Yeah, that was where
Building Warriors.
Where we told John Consoli to avoid a certain topic. It was supposed to be for Kim, but Consoli decided, no, I'm going there. I'm going there.
Yeah.
He went right there within like 30 seconds. So what do you in your act these days? What are you talking about?
You know, I talk about a lot of stuff. I talk about this hair. I mean, look at that.
I love it.
Yeah, this is New York hair for sure, but it is not Alvarado, Texas hair. That's for sure. Yeah, no, it's not welcome at the Methodist Church there in Alvarado. That's I grew up there. Just the one flashing light, you know. And then somebody with this hair. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I was out blowing the whole neighborhood.
Hey, take it easy.
Now we don't have snow here. My leaf blower.
Then you're really okay.
What are you doing? I got a leaf blower. I can just blow the whole neighborhood. Just
that's
probably as fast as John can. I don't know.
That's what I was doing.
You have dust bowls and stuff, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Terrible allergies. Like I used to do a lot of drugs in the 90s, but you know, as I get older, the thing that messes me up is these cedar trees around here. Keeps yeah, I don't have rusty pipes, just a continual drippy faucet now. Yeah.
That's
allergies are bad. Allergies are terrible. I talk a lot about my hair. I talk about stuff, dumb stuff. I think your hair says a lot about you.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this hair says, yeah, I have more than one cat.
Oh, that's great.
This hair says I can fix your flat. I can fix a flat tire.
Yeah. That's good.
It also says, yeah, I do have a carabiner. It's on my cargo shorts. Are you kidding me? I went shopping today. Look at these. Look at these babies.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm up to. That's the kind of stuff I'm up to.
That's an exciting day.
Yeah, it's a hit
Talk
to
about
score.
getting your errands done.
Yeah, I blew the neighborhood and scored. It's awesome. It's
There
awesome.
you go. I got my hair cut today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
It's awesome.
I'm on my Vyvanse. I got a lot done today.
Yeah, I usually go to the Great Clips, but I had a friend cut it, and she gave it a name. She calls it Oops, and I don't think that's right. That's not
That's
right.
bad name to have for that.
That's a bad haircut name. Yeah. I refer to this as my white trash welcome mat. Oh.
What? Welcome back.
Doubles as my lesbian landing strip.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. I am so in awe of this show. The show was such a great show.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you had a lot to do with that by giving
Look
me.
at you. How'd you know?
Well, I had been working with 1 Degree. I did a couple of shows. I did 4 shows with them. I went to
with Brad.
Kansas.
Yeah.
I went with them to Kansas, Georgia, Alaska. I went up to Alaska.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been.
What did you think of Alaska?
I used to live in Alaska, so yeah, I love Alaska.
Bobby.
Did you playoff music?
Say it again.
No problem.
Alaska.
What part of Alaska?
We went
Anchorage.
to all of them like around 2 years ago in July. It was 90 degrees.
What?
I hated the state.
You went at the wrong time.
Really?
It was a mudslide. Everything everywhere was mud.
Where were you?
We went. We were on a cruise, so they stopped
yeah.
at like Ketchikan,
Oh yeah.
Anchorage, and a whole bunch of places. But everything.
summer.
One city was worse than the next. Everybody was like this.
Oh yeah.
There's no air conditioning anywhere.
There's no air conditioner anywhere, and if it gets above probably 80, 84 degrees, it's rough.
Murder.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Things are melting. Things are melting.
So what else is going on in your life? You're so glad we're meeting you tonight.
Yeah, I have a son. He's a big guy. He's 21. He'll be 22. He's going to college. He got a football scholarship to go to college.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's 6'5" and about 275. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Big, strong kid. Yeah. And when he was born, he was big. He was born 2 weeks early, 10 pounds, 6 ounces.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah. And usually whenever I say that, like all the guys in the room go, yeah.
Yeah.
And all the ladies in the room go, ow.
Ow.
And, but I guess his birth was really easy for me. I didn't have any trouble whatsoever.
Yeah.
And probably mainly because I'm not the birth mom. And
that makes it easier.
Yeah. I mean, my ex is a wreck. Me, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still good.
And when was that determined? Like when you meet somebody, when was that determined who's going to carry the baby? If you're both able to, I don't want to get into HIPAA, but did you kind of sneak that one in there somehow?
No. She wanted to, and I never wanted to do that. As you get older and you start getting more, when they say that your baby clock starts ticking or whatever that is, it really does. That's factual. It doesn't. Your baby clock doesn't know you're a lesbian. Okay, your baby clock just keeps ticking.
Right.
And yeah. So whenever it got time and she wanted to have the baby, I'm like, yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Oh,
and I'm telling you, he's brought me so much joy in this life that he's probably saved my life. I was a big drinker. Before, and he's probably saved me. He's given me patience and everything else. Like I never considered myself an alcoholic, but I was truly an alcoholic. So, and I think if you've never pre-gamed so hard before a baby shower and then passed out somewhere between the cheese dip and the neighbor's lawn,
Yeah, you're an alcoholic. Yeah.
you can't call yourself an alcoholic.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
So
you're in the Dallas area. You're doing some shows coming up.
I've just got a couple of shows coming up. I got a lot of life things happening right now. I mean, I got my 40-year class reunion this weekend. That's exciting.
Enjoy.
I mean, I didn't even know I was that old, did you? It's the
No,
Botox.
no.
It's the Botox.
We won't say that until you're off the air. We'll say.
Yeah.
Tell us where
Well,
we can find you, Kim.
I hit the dance floor now, and I literally pop and lock. I mean, it's a lot.
Where can we find you?
You can find me at KimWadsworthComedy.com. You can find me on the Instagram at Kim Wadsworth Comedy, TikTok at Kim Wadsworth Comedy. Super easy. I make it easy for everybody.
If I had known you, we would have come to see you in Dallas.
Yeah, you didn't see Solano. You're going to go see her?
Every night we're walking around going, what are we going to do?
We got to go. We got to go. I'll talk to you about
Kim.
December 7th. I want you to do something with me on the air December 7th.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you
Thank
for the
you
intro.
so much.
What a show.
Wow.
Solid, put together like at the last minute. You would think we're forcing for Mike.
That's sometimes what
and
it
Kim.
needs.
Yeah.
Right?
And your input always helps.
Every now and then.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We'll go into the diner, Richie and I. We're going to talk.